Hello students, this is the second part of hip bone. In this video we are going to see pubis. Pubis is antero-inferior part of hip bone. As shown in this figure, this is pubis and it forms the 1/5 part of acetabulum. So this yellow color shows the pubis bone and it forms 1/5 part of acetabulum. It is having three parts: body, so large flat area is body, and two branches are known as superior ramus. This is superior ramus and this is inferior ramus. Body is flat as shown in this view. The superior border of body is a prominent structure known as pubic crest. So this is pubic crest. So in left photo, this pubic crest looks like anteriorly, but because of the pubis bone is tilted antero-inferiorly, that's why this pubic crest looks like anteriorly, but it is present superiorly. Pubic tubercle, lateral most part of pubic crest is pubic tubercle. So this is pubic tubercle. It is having three surfaces. One is anterior surface, this is anterior surface. Posterior surface, this is posterior surface, and one is medial surface or symphysial surface. So this is yellow area is symphysial surface. Superior ramus is having three borders: superior border or pectineal line. So this red dotted line is superior border or pectineal line. Anterior border or obturator crest. So this yellow dotted line is anterior border. And inferior border, this blue dotted line is inferior border, and it forms the upper boundary of obturator foramen. This is obturator foramen. So inferior border of body of ramus forms the upper boundary of obturator foramen. It is having three surfaces: pectineal surface. So this is pectineal surface, which is present in between superior border and anterior border of superior ramus. Then pelvic surface. So this is pelvic surface towards pelvic cavity, and it is present in between superior border and inferior border. Another surface is obturator surface, which is present in between anterior border and inferior border. Inferior ramus, so the inferior branch from the body is inferior ramus. This is inferior ramus, which joins with the ramus of ischium. This is known as ischiopubic rami. So this is ischiopubic rami, which is formed by union of a ramus of ischium and inferior ramus of body of pubis. Now the attachments on pubis. First attachment is on pubic tubercle. There is attachment of lateral end of inguinal ligament. This is inguinal ligament. Then there is an attachment of rectus abdominis on the lateral side of pubic crest, and then there is attachment of pyramidalis on pubic lateral part of pubic crest. This is pyramidalis. Then there is attachment of adductor longus muscle. This is adductor longus on body of pubis. uh, on the angle between crest and symphysis surface. This is the attachment of or origin of gracilis on ischiopubic rami. Just medial, just lateral to the gracilis, there is origin of this adductor brevis. Then again lateral to this adductor brevis, there is attachment of adductor brevis. Most of the adductor magnus is attached to ischial tuberosity. Then most lateral attachment, this is adductor magnus, and most laterally there is an attachment of obturator internus externus, obturator externus, which is present around the obturator foramen. We will see better in next photograph. Apart from this attachment, there is another attachment on pubic tubercle. This is pubic tubercle, and then attachment is cremasteric muscle. So this is cremasteric muscle, cremastral muscle. In this photograph, obturator, there is attachment of obturator internus. This is the whole attachment of obturator internus. This is the attachment on ischiopubic rami. Then there is attachment of levator ani. This is the attachment of levator ani on the pelvic surface of pubis. Then medial to this is the attachment of puboprostatic ligament. So this is puboprostatic ligament. Another attachment is the attachment or origin of pectineus. This is the origin of pectineus muscle, and it takes origin from pectineal surface of the ischiopubic rami plus pectineal line. Okay. Then there is attachment on this pectineal line. Suppose this is pubis bone and having body superior ramus and inferior ramus. On superior ramus, this upper border or superior border is known as pectineal line, and attachment on this one muscle, that is pectineus muscle, and 3 ligaments are attached here. One is conjoint tendon, this is tendon. Okay, so medial half gives attachment to conjoint tendon. Anterior to the attachment of conjoint tendon, there is an attachment of lacunar ligament, and just lateral to the lacunar ligament, there is attachment of pectinate ligament. So this is pectinate ligament. So there are 4 attachment on pectineal line. One is pectineal muscle, then conjoint tendon, then lacunar ligament, and then pectinate ligament. Another ligament, there are 4 other ligaments which are attached to pubis. One is known as pubic ligament. On the basis of its location, it is called as anterior pubic ligament, present on anterior aspect of pubis. Posterior pubic ligament present on posterior aspect. Superior pubic ligament present on superior aspect, and inferior pubic ligament on inferior aspect. Now the relations of pubis. This pelvic surface of pubis is related with vas deferens in case of male and round ligament in case of female. This is vas deferens and round ligament. Another important relation is obturator membrane. Obturator foramen is covered with a membrane known as obturator membrane, and upper part of this foramen remains open, and this forms a canal known as obturator canal, which gives passage to obturator nerves and vessels. Another important relation is this is pubic tubercle. Pubic tubercle is related with spermatic cord. This is spermatic cord in case of male. Okay. So this is all about pubis. In next video we will see the other parts of the hip bone. Thank you.